Hey y'all, welcome back. We are back in the kitchen and it's we're in the in between. We're in between Christmas. We're in between, maybe we can find words. We're in between Christmas and New Year's, which can be kind of a weird week. And around here it's also a very sick week. Both my kids have been sick. One is still sick. We're supposed to be taking a big trip that we already had to postpone because the other kid got sick, and that's where we're at this week. So anyway, I am going to try to make something feel good to make to make people feel good. I don't know. We're going to find out. This is actually something that my son requested last week and I never got it done. So I'm working on it right now and I think we're going to be able to knock this one out pretty quickly. I've actually never done this. I don't think. I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever made this. But my father-in-law, Papa, used to make it right here at this stove a lot. And I wish like so many things in life, I could go back and pay more attention and ask questions and watch and learn. But alas, here I am learning on my own, doing it myself. So with a little help from the internet. And I don't think this is going to be hard, y'all. And hopefully it's going to be good. Okay. And of course we have a dog coming in here that's going to drink some water. You thirsty, Bonnie? Yes. She's very old and she drinks all the water. In fact, I think all the water's about gone. Anyway, I digress. All right, what are we doing today? This is what we're doing. We're going to take this bag of apples. We are going to use our handy dandy fun little contraption. You can't see it. Where is it? It's right there. It's right there. The little I was trying to say core and peel together, which is a keeler. It's an apple keeler. That would be a core and a peeler. And we're going to core and peel these apples. We're going to do the whole bag, minus one, because one was very rotten and I just threw it outside. And then we're going to chop them up. And then we're going to put some sugar and some water. We're going to cook them down and some cinnamon, and we're going to have applesauce. That's the goal. That's what we're going after. I do have supper cooking in that crock pot right there. I've got some two roast, because they weren't very big. And it's like Marty's Mississippi pot roast, because I didn't have all the right stuff. It's got pepperoncini, and it's got Hidden Valley Ranch mix, and it's got beef broth, and it's got, what was the other thing? Oh, Lipton soup mix. It's supposed to have like that all looks like all jus gravy packet. That's what you're supposed to put in there, but I didn't have that. So I'm doing it that way. I'll let you know how it tastes. All right. And butter. There's butter in there. There's butter. Okay. So we're gonna get these cored and peeled, chopped, and we're gonna make applesauce. You ready? Let's go. All right, y'all. We gotta lock in. Wait. My daughter always says, gotta lock in. All right. Here we go. You ready? I figured I would do it right here over the sink. Wasn't that smart? And then the peelings can just go in there. And then I can just pick them up from there. Then we just do this. Here we go again. Apple. Good apple. And we're going to put this in our bowl. That's it. And we're going to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more times. Don't worry. I won't make you watch all 6 times. Oh, I could have. You don't have to do that. You can just do this. Or you can do it the long way. I'm not going to say hard because it's not hard. All right. It's fine. So fun. I still cannot get over how fun it is. I really can't. And I'm just going to eat all those. All right. We are doing good. Oh, that is the lid for the sugar. Don't get apple in that in there. No. Don't do that. It's literally the fastest thing ever. Woo! Last one. Get on there, buddy. Less than 5 minutes. Okay. We have our apples and we have our sink full of peelings, whatever. And now we're going to pop this off. We'll wash that in a little bit. We're going to chop. All right, I'm just going to take my handy dandy chopper, my collared chopper, as I call it, that gets used for lots of things. And we're just going to chop them a little bit, like so. Whoops, and we're going to fling them on the floor. Don't advise doing that, but I mean, if it happens, it happens. Okay, I'm going with it like that. I don't think they would necessarily need to be chopped that fine. Obviously, the less you chop them, the chunkier your applesauce. So maybe you want really chunky applesauce. If you do, then chop them coarser. See how that works? Okay, now we're gonna put them in our bowl. Stock pot would work good for this. I mean, I guess you could call this a stock pot. I don't know what you call this. I really like this pot. This is just like it's a good size. It's not too big and it's not too small. I have no idea what it is. I want to say it's probably like 3 quarts. I don't think it's 4. It could be. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Anyway, so we're going to do that, and we're going to put, I'm just guesstimating. We're going to put a 1.5 cups of water, and we got a seed. We got one little seed. That's all right though, because it happens. Okay, and then how much sugar? That's the thing. These are Honeycrisp apples, so they're going to be pretty sweet. I think we're going to do a 1/2 cup of sugar. So that was 7 apples, 1.5 cups of water, 1/2 cup of sugar, and then we're just going to put it on, let it cook down, and I'll throw some cinnamon in there later. I guess you could do it now, but I want to do it later, so that's what I'm going to do. All right. We're just going to turn that on high-ish, like 8-ish, medium high. And we're going to let it boil and cook down and keep them stirred. And we're going to have applesauce. I changed my mind because I have the right to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put in the cinnamon. I don't really know what I was waiting for, but anyway. And I don't really know how much. We're just gonna measure with love. Okay. And honestly, I know you really probably do not have to chop them so fine, because they're gonna end up cooking down and getting mushy anyway, so it's up to you. I keep finding a couple little seeds. I'm gonna get them out of here. We don't want any seeds in there. And of course, if you don't like cinnamon, you wouldn't have to use cinnamon. You wouldn't even have to do that. It's up to you. You do you, boo. Okay. All right, and this is what we have going on with the roast. It's looking good. And I just decided I'm going to take these little potatoes and I'm going to put them in here. And we're going to have like a 1-pot meal with a side of applesauce. And I'm pretty excited about this. It's good. Okay. These potatoes, I'm going to rinse them and I'm going to cut off what we have growing. I'm cutting the little spuds. I'm going to cut the spur, the spud spur. They're not spurs. What are they called? They are called shoots. The shoots, the roots. All right, I turned it down a little bit, y'all. I turned it down to like 6. So around medium-ish, medium-ish. They're cooking. They're doing their thing. They're doing what they're supposed to do. The eye. Is it called the eye? It's called the eye, right? The eye. Another thing that I think would work very well is you could put this in a crock pot, maybe reduce the moisture a little bit, and let it sit for 3 or 4 hours on low, and you should have applesauce when you get home from wherever you've been. Yeah, I think that would work. I would try it. Okay, these have been cooking for probably 45 minutes. You could easily do 30 minutes. I'm going to take them off the heat now, let them cool, and then we'll come back and we'll mash them, and they'll be ready to go. All right, they have been sitting a little while, and we are going to mash them up just a little bit more than what they were, which is not a hard thing to do because they're so soft. And of course, you could cook them down even more if you wanted. I mean, you could cook them down to just pure mush if that's what you want. I mean, that's the thing. It's whatever you want. You want them chunky? Leave them chunky. You want them super smooth? Keep cooking them on down. I think I like it like this. We're going to eat it like this. So, this is what we've got. So good. All right, y'all. And they are so good. Of course, I've already tasted them. And honestly, that amount, I feel like, you know what we need? We need some light on the situation. Hey, y'all. Isn't that nice? Forgot about that. Oh, man, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard being me. Okay, we're back. And the light. Okay. I think it was really good with that. I'm not going back and recording that either. I don't have time. I got to leave here in a minute. I got somebody coming in over at the RVs. Anyway, I think that half cup of sugar was fine. Now, they're not super duper sweet like that, okay? But I think they're great. These were Honeycrisp apples. They were already sweet to begin with. So, you can just kind of play around with that. You could put more sugar if you want. You could put less. You could put no sugar. You could have sugar-free, which is very healthy. Very good idea. Very good thing to do. You could play around with the spices. You could put apple pie spice. I kind of wish I had tried that. I'm going to do that next time. You could do like ginger or cardamom or allspice or nutmeg. You could play around with that. You could also can these. You could put these in pint jars, put them in a water bath, a boiling water bath for 20 minutes, and they'd be canned and they'd be good to go. And you could put them on your shelf and you can pull them out when you want them. Okay. So otherwise, these I'm just going to put in the fridge, whatever we have left, we'll put in the fridge and hopefully we'll eat up rather quickly. But that is also an option. These would make a great gift. These would be great. Getting homemade canned applesauce. Are you kidding me? I think that's an amazing idea. So there you go. There you have it. Homemade applesauce. If you've never made it before, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And happy cooking.